Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dear partners, colleagues, friends, and guests from Slovakia and Austria, welcome here in the spot, the largest co-work and largest innovation community in Slovakia. My name is Jaroslav, and it is my great pleasure on behalf of the Slovak Alliance for Innovation Economy to kick off this amazing initiative, this open innovation platform, Industry Meets Makers. To me personally, this is the celebration of innovation, bright minds, technology, and of course, cooperation. I think it is very nice pictured on the slide where we see the cooperation between traditional established businesses, organizations, and if they can open the door to new ideas, innovation, this is always beneficial for both sides. Basically, at least in terms of mutual learning, optimally with new solutions or new technologies. Technology, as Carl Sagan, famous astronomer from US, said, was basically always the key to our survival. Today it is the key for progress, for higher economic growth, or for better quality of life. And in my opinion, such cooperation is needed in Europe to restore our competitiveness and spur higher economic growth. And I'm so glad that after 10 successful years in Austria, we can scale this amazing initiative to Slovakia. So, what's on the agenda today? After some welcome introductory speeches, we'll go directly to the core of the presentation. So we have here 8 challenge partners. They will each have 6 minutes to present the challenges. And after that, we will go to this very nice community gathering, to the mix and mingle, to discuss to each other. I believe there will be some nice starts for some cross-border cooperations, at least contacts. And of course, every challenge partner will have a special table, either here in this room or outside, where you can ask more about the solution or the challenges they have. And of course, here in the room, there are those bright minds that can start with the initial contact with the challenge partner, because some of you already registered directly during the registration for the specifics for the specific challenge. So, this event and this initiative is a lot about cooperation. And of course, it means also about the cooperation between Slovakia and Austria, especially between Vienna and Bratislava region. And this wouldn't be possible without support from Slovakia-Austria Interreg cross-border project. And more about this project and more about the goals that we like to achieve there, I would like to welcome here Markus from EIT Manufacturing Hub to present more about this project. So feel free, floor is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I hope everybody can hear me. Before I start, I want to give the stage to a person that is very relevant to the Interreg Slovakia-Austria program, which is Ms. Mokhtari from the Joint Technical Secretariat. She's going to take a few words or say a few words to the program itself, what the Interreg program is, and we are very eager to hear what you have to say. So thank you.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nilüfer Mokhtari, and I am from the program Interreg Slovakia Austria. I am today here together with my great colleague, Roman Grüner, who is taking the picture right now. So what is Interreg Slovakia Austria? So the Interreg Slovakia Austria is a cross-border program between the countries Slovakia, Austria, especially between Vienna, Lower Austria, Burgenland, and from the Slovakia side, Bratislava and Trnava. And we are really looking forward and are very happy to support such a great and innovative project. And we are also very great to see that in our program, especially, we have such a great projects in general. And especially, we are very happy with you. And from the past few months, what I have seen is that you have a great collaboration between you project partners. So I would say, please keep this positive spirit. And I also wanted to thank you, and especially Mr. Kuen, who is the lead partner of this project, with whom we also have a great collaboration. So please keep the spirit, and we are looking forward to see the great results. Thank you.
This is now the advertisement section of this presentation, because I want to tell you a little bit more about this project and how it all came together, and why this is what it is today, and how we managed to get a prestigious initiative such as Industry Meets Makers to participate in this. So, as Ms. Mokhtari rightfully said, we're operating under the Interreg Slovakia-Austria program. Our project is named Twin City Future Innovation Manufacturing Hub. Please remember that it's going to be tested later on. And we have the mission of creating manufacturing innovation strategy developments, which is only a fancy way of saying we want to collaborate together cross-border, find new ways of collaboration, that work, and finally and ultimately write down a strategy recommendation that can be implemented not only in Austria but also in Slovakia. It has been running for the past 1.5 years. We're gaining a lot of traction, thankfully. We're getting into the stage of execution with Industry Meets Makers here today. And we're doing that in 5 work packages. I'm going to come to that a little later. I'm not going to take too much time, I promise. And we're doing that also with amazing partners in Austria and Slovakia, which I quickly want to introduce to you guys. First of all, of course, Industry Meets Makers with Sandra Stromberger. We have the Platform Industry 4.0, which is essentially a business network, but they also are supporting in terms of government relations, for example. We have the City of Vienna, which is a premier in an Interreg project with the Municipal Department number 23, so this is labor and economy and statistics. Then it is us, EIT Manufacturing East, the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. As a lead partner, we have Accent, which is the A+B Center, Academia and Business in Lower Austria, all around makerspaces, incubation, etc. And our partners on the Slovak side are SAPIE. Again, thank you for having us here today. And the STU, the Technical University of Bratislava. Right, and then there are a lot of strategic partners. Thank you to all of those. Those are the different regions, Burgenland, Lower Austria, the Vienna Business Agency, for example. We have the technical museums in Vienna and in Bratislava, etc., etc. I'm not going to go into much detail now. Anyways, what connects to Vienna and Bratislava besides the Danube, you might ask? Those people here. We have been on missions throughout the past few months where we visited innovation regions throughout Europe. Those regions are an inspiration to us, and we want to see and try out what they have been doing over the past years and try to replicate that for our region here as well, between Vienna and Bratislava. So we have a huge regional innovation biotope, but it's somehow a little underrepresented in the high-tech hub ecosystem in Europe. We want to tackle that. There is regional innovation systems which have measurable impact on growth. We want to tackle that as well. There is huge innovation potential, but there is like a systematic, the link is missing between those key players in those industries, right? This is why we're here today. We want to bring all those people, all those institutions together. And then, of course, is infrastructure. It took us 60 minutes to get here by bus. We should do that more often. Focus areas of the project, as I announced before, it's 5 work packages, mostly directed towards incubation, workforce, or as we call it, education. Then we have cooperation, which is Industry Meets Makers, and everything that Industry Meets Makers stands for. We have community, bringing together the quadruple helix, as we call it. It's also a fancy way of saying government, civil society, business, and academia. And then this all comes together into a future strategy. As I mentioned before, we want to bridge the gap. We want to have a strategy recommendation that can be implemented in both our regions or in this metropolitan region, right? So, back to Industry Meets Makers. We're very happy that this is part of this project. I was part of Industry Meets Makers about 6 years ago or 7 years ago for the first time on the other side. I was a corporate partner, and now standing here, being able to announce Miss Industry Meets Makers herself is a huge honor. Industry Meets Makers has always been one thing for me. It is where people that would not normally meet come together and try out something new, try out something innovative, and provide, a playground for development. And with that, I want to give the word to Sandra Stromberger to talk a little bit more about the history of Industry Meets Makers, about the current program, and about the outlook in the future.
We started 10 years ago, as Jaro and Markus mentioned already, and it was meant as an experiment. We thought we will organize it for 6 or 7 months and then stop. But at the end, the company said, when will you start the next batch? Okay, then let's try it again. And now we're in the 10th year, and it's really amazing that we are here now. And this is our first cross-border action. It's really cool. Our goal was at the beginning to bring together the most creative minds in our latitudes and to support them to spur the innovation in our latitudes. And yeah, we organized a lot of events in the last few years. Only to give you a few impressions, here you can see pictures of our speed dating trains across Austria, different boot camps, hackathons, kickoff series, workshops, small group meetings. We did really a lot. Also expert talks in TV studios and so on and so on. So we really did a lot. And this wouldn't have been possible without a strong support from our network and our business partner, Vienna Business Agency. They were the first ones who supported us in our first year and do it still. So Michael, please come to the stage and say a few words.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Should I jump in? Or?
Yeah, please.
Okay. It's a pleasure to be here, dear Industry Meets Makers community. And before I just talk a little bit about the services we might offer to you, just one thing I have to mention, because on my way here, I've reflected on 10 years. And there are a lot of successful projects, and the community was growing. And I think the most impressive moment for me was when these makers, these young makers, build up the confidence to build their own businesses. And I think this is also something you should be really proud of. And we are proud of that. We are here from the beginning. And the Vienna Business Agency, we can help you if you hit a wall or something during the Industry Meets Makers project. We have different kind of services to help you out. The first of the things I want to propose is we have a kind of co-creation lab workshop. So we can bring you together with experts from different kind of areas to help you out, maybe to look outside the box and find a new way to approach an issue or problem you're facing. This would be a kind of approach. It's free for you, so it's quite a good opportunity. And the second one I want to offer you is funding. So mainly we have fund Viennese companies, but I guess there are challenges from Viennese companies. And if you have the feeling that you are creating a new innovative product or a new innovative service, please come and talk to us. Maybe we can fund your project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So only a few words regarding how it works. So we start usually with pitches from industry partners, cities and research organizations, mainly in the field of future tech. Then we invite our whole community to work together with these industry partners through a runtime of 6 months and support them in developing new prototypes, concepts and new products. And then at the end we present our results. This year we start today with our kickoff. So our industry partners will pitch later their new challenges. And then we have a long way of 5 months with small group meetings and special event formats. And then we end with our Best of Industry Meets Makers event in May in Vienna. So this is our cross-border action, more or less. Yeah, and now I pass over to Franz. He's also a long-time partner of Industry Meets Makers and will talk about our Future Tech Bootcamp.
So what do you get when you try to squeeze Industry Meets Makers in a very tiny nutshell? You get the Industry Meets Makers Future Tech Bootcamp, which is one special week where we also try to solve the challenges of the industry together with the maker scene, together with students. We did it during the last several years already. Each year there was this 1 week, this IMM Future Tech Bootcamp held at the University of Applied Sciences in St. Pölten and at other locations. And here you have some of the impressions, things that happened there, and also some side events, nice parties that took place all around. And the concept is that it is really a week where not only the challenges are allowed that are now at the table, but it's also allowed to put some additional or new challenges on the table just for this week. And the first day is that the challenge givers explain what the challenge is, and they also explain which technologies can or should be used in order to solve them. And it's easy to remember this day when this week will take place. For all of you which are or who are Star Wars fans, May the 4th be with you. It's May the 4th, so just try to remember it. We all invite you. And during the next days, Tuesday, Wednesday, it will be that the groups of makers, groups of students, groups of scholars work on these challenges, and in the morning we have a little boot up session, and then we have a reboot session where the challenge givers try to help out with additional advice. So we are not going to do it in St. Pölten this time, because Twin City, we tried to find this good solution where we all can meet, and we found, I think, a good solution to meet just in between. So Hainburg will be the main location this year, but there will be other locations and partners as well. So all over Austria, and even maybe here will be some partners that will also participate. For example, in Salzburg, the Gemini Makerspace, and many others. So Sandra and I, and we all are looking forward to see you there. Thank you very much.